Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard with a 12 by 16 inch canvas and glasses over there. Yes. And we're going to do a blooming technique. And I am going to try and change it up a little bit so that I have... Really? That's not going to come out? Okay, fine. Be that way. Negative space. It's okay, I need it to come out in a second in a pillow anyway. I have been using a pour-off container, which I will put on something and use for paint that will slide before this day is over. I'm going to grab one of my OXO omelet turning spatulas. And I have my canvas resting on two lids from cottage cheese, which could be pretty much almost anything. I do expect to be pouring a paint pillow off and probably using more than I'm comfortable with for sure. But I want some place to start so that I don't have to do it after. And I am just going to keep scraping my spatula right off. And then I'm going to use my damp studio rag and my pants. And if that doesn't work, I'll throw it in the bucket and grab another spatula so that I can do the black side. I'm going to center that again so it's easier to spread those. I could probably use 4 of them, but then I'd have paint on the bottom of 4 lids, so that's what's keeping me from going there. My temptation is to take the black side and put white on it, and take the white side and put black on it. And I might just do that. Although, I might actually get to keep some of one or the other if I keep the color the same. So I'm going to throw that in the bucket so it's ready. And I'm going to do a paint pillow. Move that someplace I cannot spill it. Although I'm probably going to want more than I've got. Such a lot of paint. And because I'm not sure, I'm going to add some more. And if this will come out, which it won't, whoop, there we go. Got rid of my plug now. I am using still the gold mica powder, the orange mica powder, and the color shift from Folk-Art that's green gold, along with primary elements from color-arte. This is my tray of colors. I am going to swipe this because that worked out very well for me the first time I did one of these earlier today. And I'm going to try and change up my patterns a little bit. And wonder why I didn't go over here. I wonder. It's okay, we'll fix that right now. Probably because it's more paint than I wanted to put there, honestly. It's a fairly large canvas and I'm hoping I can save some of it. I'm sure I'm going to make a mess. Quite certain. But also with the extra paint, I might be able to... that thought just went right out of my head. I might be allowed to use the quantity that I like of the powders. And using them all has so far worked. Ooh, I'm right out of my favorite color. So I'm going to add that last. That's not it. Yes, and I put it on some places where you can't, where I can't do anything about it. I'm going to have to make up some more of this. I think it was a bougainvillea, but I'm not sure. So being that this is a swipe, boy, I want more of that. I'm going to try and move some of these things out of my way. Did I put the gold in there? I did not. Now I have cell activator, which is only 3/4 Floetrol. The rest of my recipe will be under the video. I'm going to put my paint away from my cell activator. I'm going to try and mix things up a little bit. My white didn't work that well the last time, but I do find that the swipes work a lot better than I expected. And what I really liked doing was using the long, I'm going to stick my finger in those holes so I don't have holes. I think I'm going to do it on the other side too. Alright. Might as well finish the job, right? So I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit more cell activator in there. Because I can. Hey, that's the name of my book on the Amazon link. Underneath, show more. What I want to do, is scrape that paint off that edge catcher. Whether I can or not is another question. So I think what I'm going to do this time, instead of putting that back in there by any stretch of the imagination, is, yeah, and I see that thing that I do not care for. It'll probably go away in a little while. Let's see which side is dry. Okay, I'm going to take this side. Actually, I'm going to take this side. And let that get wiped off too. And then, as long as I can find some kind of side that's cleanish, I don't know. I want to take my spatula. This reminds me of one of my curvy ribbon swipes. I've got such pretty colors. I refuse to waste them. So I'm just going to put them down wherever I can. And I haven't tipped anything off, so maybe I'll have more colors to work with as soon as I tip something off. I got a very painty edge catcher. Oh, I found some paint. Excellent. Some colorful paint. Now, I think there's a vast possibility that I could probably blow into this in a few places. But maybe I should wait and find out when it's a little more convenient. I'm going to move that edge catcher right out of here for right now. There's a chance I didn't wait long enough. But I see the beautiful cells that I've got. I want to put some of this right on a cottage cheese lid, because you can peel skins right off the cottage cheese lids too. I'm keeping that blue. I don't want to see it go. And whatever paint I get, I'm inclined to think that I can also put right back up on my edges. Now, the white, this time, I put GAC 800 in and left a jug of that in my studio quite a long time ago. So, this is going to be a little different. My first few 6x6s and the 8x8 had a few fissures. They weren't bad, but they weren't making me happy either. I more of that paint right here. And I'm not afraid to add it. I don't want any junk on my fingers though. I find dried paint everywhere. This is my favorite part, the part up here that I'm having to tip away. Well, no, it's not. That's my favorite part down there. In any case, I'm not sure about that. I see that thing. I got you thing. It also got me back. I wonder what would happen if I added a few spirals in there. They're pretty cool. Actually, I'm getting pretty happy with that anyway. I don't know how much further I want to go. I know I'm supposed to, but it doesn't mean I'm going to. That's just pretty much the way it rolls. The way I roll. So I'm just going to take my paint that I have down here and hope that by putting it against the edge, the next time that I tilt ever so slightly, that I can actually help lead the paint that I want that's above it to go over the edge without losing a vast quantity of the pattern. It's all an experiment for me because I really didn't take any lessons from anyone. I'm just sort of patching together a recipe from Tammy Anderson and Erica. I'm not sure who she is, but hi Erica anyway. Respect. You do beautiful work. And I imagine some of them watch me occasionally. Although, I think they're too busy with their 10,000 subscribers while I got 400 people watching me. Anyway, thank you guys to 85,000 subscribers. It'd be nice if I could get some of you to watch more often. But there's a lot going on in the pouring community, so I don't blame you. Just, there's lots of fun to be had. And I'm just going to keep covering my edges with my paint. My edge catcher is going to be really cool someday. Maybe sooner than later, who can tell. So, yeah, I don't have as big a mess as some people, but I've got a pretty big mess. And I can scrape whatever's on my edge catcher off as long as it didn't go gloppy and use it. And in the meantime, I've still got some paint to use. I'm going to bring this right back down here again. I'm watching my cells pop. And I'm wondering if I should do something about this. And I've got some really pretty paint in there. And I know from the last time I did this that I can grab beautiful patterns and just put them right down again. And it's worth it to me to find out. By just grabbing those. And having a little fun on one corner. Because why not? And then I can decide I don't want it and pour it away if I want. So things are still developing here. And I don't think it hurt anything that I left some paint on the sides that I could pour away if I wanted to. It's all over my hands. And no, I'm not wearing gloves, and I want to stretch that right back out again. I basically want to put some of my favorite pink right down here in the middle and swipe it out. But my two corners are looking so slick. Down here where my thumb is. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to decide I'm happy with this because I actually love it. Maybe I'm easy to please right now. It could be. I think I'm going to give myself a quick torch. Or, do I have any of this pinky purple left? Because I got to make more anyway, so I might as well do what I want. I've got not that much time left. but I probably have enough to do what I'm thinking about doing. And I'm very curious to see if I can drag a skewer through there, and I bet I can. Yes, I like that better. My specimen jars were a gift from a friend, but they're a little hard to get the paint out of the bottom. So I'm just going to waggle through, see what kind of texture that brings me. And then I'm going to do something with my hands. I don't think that any canvas will remain even if you scrape down to it, because the paint is so heavy. Ah, I really didn't do that. Yes, I did. So now I'm just going to get really funky. House paint is definitely gloppier by far, so you have to be careful not to leave little tendrils. But you know what? I really like what's happening, so I'm okay with that. And now I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, I have 2 minutes left to tell you guys, please give me a thumbs up if you like what I do and you like my experiments. If you want me to stay at YouTube, watching the video longer is the only thing that the YouTube algorithm understands. The longer you watch, the more likely you are to help me stay here. I really appreciate you guys. I want to say thank you for all the contributions that have kept me painting for all this time. It'll be my 2nd anniversary in April 2020, and I'm looking forward to hoping that I can still be here. I love you guys for all the comments you leave me. Thank you for all the contributions that have kept me painting. I think I just said that. The paint is so heavy that even if I torch, I can still blow into it. So what else? Teespring under the video. That's my clothing. And Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter links also. The paint pouring recipe for this particular recipe will probably be under the video as well, as long as I remember. There are 10 playlists with 100 videos. They're not really sequential, but they're kind of close. And there are 12 playlists with genres on. Let's see. I've kind of painted up my my crib sheet. There's 85,000 subscribers. I want to say thank you guys. Check Facebook for Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group, which is for students, and Expressionist Art Studio Gallery totes and more for people who might want to check what I've been doing on Fine Art America and Pixels.com since 2013. If you go there and press the Shop Now button, it'll take you where you want to go. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, fans and collectors, is the place to go if you are looking for the so far so good sort of edited. I am going to be taking some of this paint right off of there. Photographs from YouTube, videos. I love you guys. I will see you anon. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard saying, I like it. I'm good. I'll see you guys later. I'm going to have to wash my hands for a second before I even touch my camera, so bear with me. And I'm trying to remember if there's something I forgot, and I'm not remembering it, which is which is a redundant statement. Still loving you guys. I'll see you anon. Bye for now. Priscilla out.